Welcome to session 34. Today is trigonometry. But don't worry, on the SAT it is almost entirely about right triangles. The same handful of patterns appear again and again, so once you master the mechanics, these become very predictable points. You will set up sine, cosine, and tangent with SOH-CAH-TOA. Use the complementary angle identity, and recall the special values for 30, 45, and 60 degrees. Every ratio is built from one acute angle, theta. Relative to theta, label the three sides. The side across from theta is the opposite. The side next to theta, along the base, is the adjacent. And the longest side across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Now the mnemonic SOH-CAH-TOA. SOH. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. CAH. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. The one rule that prevents most mistakes: opposite and adjacent are named from theta, never from the right angle. To find a missing side, match what you know to what you want, and pick the ratio that connects them. Here theta is 30 degrees, and the hypotenuse is 15. We want the side opposite theta. Opposite and hypotenuse means sine, so sine of 30 equals opposite over 15. Solve for the opposite. 15 times sine 30. Sine 30 is 1/2, so the answer is 7.5. Same idea if you know the adjacent side. If the adjacent is 8 and the angle is 60, then cosine 60 equals 8 over the hypotenuse, giving a hypotenuse of 16. In any right triangle, the two acute angles must add to 90 degrees, so they are complementary. That creates a beautiful link. The sine of one equals the cosine of the other. So sine of theta equals cosine of 90 minus theta. The SAT loves this. If cosine of x equals sine of 72, rewrite sine 72 as cosine of 90 minus 72, which is cosine 18. If you know one ratio, you can find them all. Say sine theta is 3/5. That means the opposite is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. Use the Pythagorean theorem for the adjacent side, the square root of 25 minus 9, which is 4. It's a 3-4-5 triangle. Now read off the rest. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, 4/5, and tangent is opposite over adjacent, 3/4. As a check, sine squared plus cosine squared always equals 1. Finally, the special angles. For 30, 45, and 60 degrees, you should know the exact sine, cosine, and tangent without a calculator. 30 degrees, sine 1/2, cosine root 3 over 2, tangent root 3 over 3. 45 degrees is symmetric. Sine and cosine are both root 2 over 2, and tangent is 1. 60 degrees is the mirror of 30. Sine root 3 over 2, cosine 1/2, tangent root 3. With these, you get exact answers. For example, sine 60 times cosine 30 is root 3 over 2 times root 3 over 2, which is 3/4. Your turn. You stand 40 meters from a building, and the angle of elevation to the top is 55 degrees. How tall is the building? Pause, draw the right triangle, and pick your ratio. The height is opposite the angle, and the 40 meters is adjacent. Opposite over adjacent is tangent, so tangent 55 equals h over 40. So the height is 40 times tangent 55, which is about 57.1 meters. Let's recap session 34. SOH-CAH-TOA gives sine as opposite over hypotenuse, cosine as adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent as opposite over adjacent, always named from the angle. The complementary identity says sine theta equals cosine of 90 minus theta. From any one ratio, the Pythagorean theorem gives the other two. And you should know the exact values for 30, 45, and 60 degrees.